What's up YouTube, it's me Blue, and today we're going to be reviewing Splendid Slimes. And basically it's just a mod that adds in a bunch of different variants of slimes. As you can see, we have gold slime right here, and you can get a bunch of these slimes that you're seeing, and they will all have different drops and different abilities, and they will let you have amazing farms. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you want to know inside of Splendid Slimes is how to actually get the slimes. So basically inside of your vanilla world, you will be able to find a slime spawner, and it will just spawn out a bunch of slimes. They will just shoot out of this thing right here, and it's just like a basic spawner, and then you will be able to have your slimes. Or alternatively, you will just randomly find the slime randomly as you're walking throughout your world. But now you may be wondering what you actually do once you have the slimes and why you would want it. So first of all, you can take this block called a coral block, right? A coral block basically acts as a transparent block that you can walk through. You can place it down like regular blocks, like glass. It breaks like glass, and you can go through it. But the unique thing is slimes cannot go through it once they get inside of it. It only works with modded slimes, so slimes like this will not be able to get trapped inside of it. But as you can see, the gold slimes, they're stuck in here forever. So once you have found your slimes and you have trapped them, now your next step in your process of getting everything you want for this mod is to actually feed them. To be able to feed them, you just take their corresponding food, which you can look in GEI, which, so for the gold slimes, they just eat any ingots. Like, it's just brick, copper, gold, iron, netherite, netherrack, I believe. For this example, we are just going to use gold. Basically, you just take the gold, and you can just throw it to them, and eventually they'll go over to it, and then eat it, and then they will get bigger, just like this big ol' guy right there. Or, alternatively, you can automate it with a slime feeder. Basically, a slime feeder is just a block right here. It's half a slab. You just right-click it, and then you can put in your gold. See that? And now they are all ate it, and it looks pink in the inside. They basically will just constantly eat it whenever they are hungry. Now, when you are feeding your slime, eventually they will spawn out plort. Plort is this gold block right here. As you can see it inside of my hand, it's just a little glop of goo, as you could say. Get this out of here. But with the plort, you can then make more slimes without breeding them, because you can't actually breed them, I don't think. You actually have to incubate it. So with the slime plort, you would just take a plort press, which is this recipe right here. You'll need amethyst, iron, some pistons, and a redstone lamp. Then you just place it down, and then you will take your plort, and then you would just put it inside of here, and eventually you would get a slime heart. So for the gold, we have a gold slime heart, right? And then you would just take that gold slime heart and then put it into a slime incubator, which is this recipe, just more amethyst, a gas tier, and glass, and some basic recipe stuff. You would just then put it inside, right? And then you can see the slime inside of it. And then after 300 seconds, it will spawn out another gold slime. Now, another unique thing about the plort that you can actually do is you can make a plort rippet. A plort rippet is just this simple recipe right here with an eye of ender, some slime balls, and any plort. So you can use any side of plort from any of the other slimes. And you will take your plort, and then you stick it inside of the little rabbit. Or, sorry, it's actually a frog. And then eventually it'll spit it out of its butt, and it will poop out gold. Because it's a gold plort, it will just spawn out gold. But if you did a different type of plort, let's see, if you did a ender plort, and if you put the ender plort inside of it, it'll drop out something completely different, and they all have different rarities and different options. You can look up the wiki to actually see what drops out of it. But for the ender plort, you get ender pearls. So this makes a ton of different farms that you have a bunch of different possibilities to make. Like, you can make a gold farm, probably a spider farm, and a bunch of other things. And it's just up to you, and it's a lot of cool, unique things that you can do now. Now, for the final thing that I actually just want to show you is the last little bit of items. You have a slime vac, a slime inspector, and here's just a slime. And then you have a tar slime. So a tar slime is what I'm going to show you first. It is a slime like this, but the thing is about them is they're actually dangerous towards your other slimes. If they get near your slimes, they will try to kill it eventually. Okay, as you can see, that slime right there just hit that one. They just eventually beat them up, you know. So that's just their thing, and then they will eat them, and they will just become bigger and bigger. And that's a problem, so you must protect your ranch if you're making a lot of slimes. Now, to actually prevent tar slimes from spawning, it's just simple. Don't make sure the corresponding slime that you spawned in doesn't eat a different version of plort. If it eats if it doesn't eat the plort that it's corresponded to, it will turn into a tar slime, and then it will kill all of your slimes. So do not feed a different version of plort. If you fed gold plort to like a bitwise slime, it will then turn into those and it will just kill it. So the next thing also is a slime vac. This is a really unique item that is just cool. It's a little gun, and the only thing you do with it pretty much is just use it as transportation. If I took any slime like this Orby slime and I went near it and I shifted, I will then get it in my inventory like this. And if I put it in my offhand, this little cute little guy right here, I can then right click and shoot it across, and then it's just basically an easy transportation. Okay, and now the next thing I want to show you is the slime inspector, which basically is you can just go up to your slime, right click it, and it'll just tell you if it's happy or not. So this one is squelching around and it's happy, you know, but now it's dead. It turned into another tar slime. All of our golds turned into tar, unfortunately, but that's essentially the entire mod. So let me run it through you again. Essentially, you will find your slimes, then you will just have to feed it. Then you can take it into a plort press, create a slime heart, which then will give you into a slime incubator. It will make your slime. Then you can take the plort and put it inside of a plort ribbon and get a bunch of items from it. And then you could also use your slime vacs to transport it, and then you can use your inspector to make sure they're happy. But another thing is a long, tedious process to actually be able to create new slimes is the fact that if you wanted, like, for example, a bitwise slime, you would have to make a boomcat slime heart, and then a blazing slime heart, and then you'll just have to go through it. Just to get a boomcat is just a boomcat plort, so you would have to find one naturally, or alternatively, you would just have to get a creeper head and a slimy heart, which a slimy heart is just a simple recipe like this. And eventually, you know, you just do the long, tedious process of every single mod ever. Just go through the unnecessary multiple steps, and eventually you would be able to make your own slime, and you can make whatever you would like. As long as you go through the Wikipedia, you can find out exactly what type of slime plort you would actually want to use for your farm. And that's actually all I have for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoy this slime mod pack. It is a very cool one. I spent a lot of time on making this. It took me like 10-20 minutes maybe, but if you enjoyed this, guys, I will make a part 2 on how to actually make a farm if you guys are interested in making that. So just let me know and I will make that for you guys. Have a good day, guys. Also, make sure to like and subscribe!